Hi, I'm Lily, and welcome to my spoiler-free review of A Day of Fallen Night. So, if you don't know what A Day of Fallen Night is, it's the prequel to Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Tanuva Malin is a sister of the Priory. For 50 years, she has trained to slay worms, but none have appeared since the Nameless One, and the younger generation is starting to question the Priory's purpose. To the north, in the Queendom of Innis, really don't know how to say that, gonna be real. Sabrin the Ambitious has married the new king of Hroth, narrowly saving both realms from ruin. Their daughter, Glorian, trails in their shadow, exactly where she wants to be. The dragons of the east have slept for centuries. Dumai has spent her life in a Sakanese mountain temple, trying to wake the gods from their long slumber. Now someone from her mother's past is coming to upend her fate. When the dreadnought erupts, bringing with it an age of terror and violence, these women must find the strength to protect humankind from a devastating threat. So just to start this off, I would like to say that I actually really like this book a lot more than Priory. Like, I don't know if that's controversial because, like I said, I haven't really seen a lot of reviews for this book yet. But oh my god, I loved this book. I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. It was really good. And part of the reason I liked it more than Priory is, for me, I don't even remember when I read Priory. It was definitely the last, year. But for me, it was such a slog to get through. And there was, 2 point of views in the book that I did not care about. And I was like, this is so boring. Why am I reading this? And it was really hard for me to get through. It took me, I think 2 months to get through Priory. And I got through Day of Fallen Night in, 10 days. So all the things I really loved about the book was, number one, the characters. I really, really liked the characters. For me, I'm definitely a person who's I don't really mind if some of the plot gets sacrificed for character development. So, I will take character over plot any day. My favorite series is The Raven Cycle. Literally no plot. No plot at all in that book series. Literally nothing. But, so I'm going to talk about all the characters that I really, really liked in this book. And also, I'm really bad at pronouncing names. So sorry if I pronounce any of them wrong, but... So, my favorite character in the book was probably Dumai. Yeah, probably Dumai. I really, really liked her story. That was probably my favorite, besides Glorian. But I really enjoyed all the point of views. All the characters that the point of views are from. So good. So good. For me, the one that was it wasn't lacking, but I felt I couldn't really connect to Tanuva's story as much. But it was still really good, and I did really enjoy her journey throughout it. The second thing that I really liked about this book was all the lesbians. The main reason I picked up Priory is because I saw all these people saying oh yeah, it's a sapphic high fantasy book, which it is. I'd say the main relationship in Priory is sapphic, but I really just wanted more out of it, and she delivered when it came to lesbians. Holy mother of God, all the sapphics in this book, so good. It was so good. Also, there's enemies to lovers. Enemies to lovers, lesbians is oh my god, it was fantastic. It was those were my favorite scenes in the book. So, another thing I also loved about the book was Glorian and Wolf's friendship. The friendship made me sad, really sad, but it was really good. One complaint I've seen people kind of say about the book is that because it's a prequel to Priory, and if you read Priory first, then you already know some of the stuff that happens in the future, so you don't really have that high stakes. You don't really feel there's tension, if that makes sense. And for me, that wasn't really the case, but that's also because I remembered nothing from Priory except how the story ended and the start, basically. Yeah, so for me that wasn't an issue. But there is this mystery. There's a mystery going on throughout the book, trying to find out where the dragons, where they come from, how to stop them. And for me, I was just kind of like, well, I already know this because I already read Priory, if that makes sense. But I feel like no matter the order that you read the books in, that's always kind of gonna happen. So complaints I had about the book, honestly, the biggest thing for me was there's like this one moment in the book where it seems like kind of everything is gonna come together, like all the characters like point of views are kind of meshed together. Like there's a moment like that in Priory, like where they all kind of like intersected, and it came like so close, and then it just didn't happen, which bothered me. I also think there was like kind of a plot line between these two characters, and it just never kind of really got resolved. I feel like I'm making it sound worse than it is. It's just something that I wish would have happened and didn't. But yeah, overall, honestly, I'd probably get the book like 4 stars, 4.5. Honestly, I give everything 5 stars. But like objectively, not subjectively, I would probably give it like a 4. But yeah. So if you liked my review of A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, just like comment down below. I really just like to hear other people's thoughts on books that I've read. Yeah.